Hello.
What's up, everybody? Next Gen Jerks doing the big E3 episode. I got to quit looking at the camera.
The big E3
The
episode.
big E3
The
episode.
big post E3 episode.
Yes. Did you get to see everything you wanted to see? Well, we're going to find out. And if you missed anything, hopefully we have it for you.
And
Uh-oh. Yes.
Jake gets $20.
Oh, yes. The Xbox is coming out this November. They still haven't posted an actual date for it yet. I'm surprised you're actually giving this to me now.
Don't worry. Just remember I gave that to you when they dropped or changed the date back to fucking 2014. And you'll be giving me my 20 back. Plus your 20.
Plus my...
So you'll be giving me $40.
Oh, we're doubling or nothing now. I guess that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Well, it means I wouldn't have owed you 20. You would have owed me 20.
That's right, yeah.
So, E3, what'd you all think?
Yay!
What'd you think?
Well, I thought it was funny how they all kind of bashed each other a little bit. PS4 or the PlayStation guys were bashing the hell out of the Xbox guys. We got some info on that. I seen a couple of trailers of PS4 games, and I really didn't think they were next-gen quality, really. You know, just they weren't pushing any extremes. I did find out one thing that I was very curious about, and this is something I've been bitching about for a long time, and I don't think I have it in my topics. Elder Scrolls Online. Do I have it? Oh, yep. I have the trailer. We'll do that here in a second. It is coming to the consoles. The MMO business is finally flying into the consoles. But the tricky part about this is you make sure that all your friends buy this stuff because it's not cross-server capable. If you buy it for PS4, you're only going to be playing with other people that play it on PS4. They do not have it all mashed together to where all the players from all the consoles and PCs play it on one huge server, which I think is a huge fucking mistake.
But that's the way it is for every game.
I know, but this is the next gen, so it's about time that they take that away and come across, especially not maybe with everything, maybe not with shooters, but with MMOs. That's where it is. Massive multiplayer online means a massive amount of people. So,
but you also can't play with PC players.
That's right.
That's the way it is now.
I understand that the way it is now, but like I said, this is next gen, so it's supposed to be pushing forward.
Well, next gen
rules,
doesn't mean
limits.
all systems come together.
But it should for MMOs. If they're going to put MMOs on consoles, you think of you're going to accidentally get that one console that doesn't have anybody else playing that game. The reason MMOs work is because it's a massive multiplayer universe.
Right, but
lots of people need to be in there playing it.
There's going to be plenty of people playing on fucking Xbox and PlayStation.
Enough to fill up a MMO universe?
There's more people who, well, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
There's probably just as many console owners as there are PC gamers.
That's true, but are they all going to be playing this Elder Scrolls Online?
There should be enough.
I would hope so, but I think it's still a huge mistake. They ought to be able to break down the walls of the server world or whatever the fuck it's called and let everybody play together no matter what the hell you're playing on.
Well,
that's my bitch about that. But yeah.
I would like to say that I think a lot of our topics are going to be overlapping now that I look at it. But
yeah, look at that.
if you really had to think about it, here's the best question to start with. What console are you going to buy?
You know what? After all the stuff, I may actually go PS4. I am not 100% sure yet. And I know I won't be buying one until probably next summer at least anyway. I never have the money to buy that kind of shit over the wintertime. But I don't know. I mean, with all the stuff with Xbox One, the internet thing, I actually said, I've got this in there somewhere, they literally said, if you want to play Xbox offline, keep on playing your 360. Which is kind of a douchebag move if you think about it. Not really that they built it that way, that they're saying it that way. Like, if you don't have internet, you're not good enough to play our Xbox One, so go fuck yourself and play your 360. You know what? I probably will keep playing my 360 for a very long time, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Now, I would have to say I'm on the fence, but the first day of E3, I was really confident PlayStation 4 was going to be my guy. PlayStation 4 was just, I thought Sony walked away from E3, the clear-cut, unadulterated victor of E3. Then I woke up the next day, and I I realized, wait a minute, it's a trick.
Uh-oh. Conspiracy time,
It's
people.
not. It's not even a conspiracy. It's literally a trick. What PlayStation 4 did, what Sony did with the PlayStation 4 was basically said, you know all that shit you heard earlier from Microsoft? Well, fuck all that. We ain't doing none of that.
Yeah.
Here's all the new games. Woo! Here it is, $100 cheaper. Woo! And that's it. That's all they're offering. It's the same system as they have now, just
It's got, it
It's
pushes the bigger graphics.
with
It's
better
gonna-
graphics.
Yeah.
But that's all Sony's offering. A new system, a new name, new graphics, but literally the same system.
Same capabilities.
Yeah, they're not pushing any envelopes here. They're not trying anything new. They're not integrating more media facets into their system. They're definitely not acknowledging the fact that everything is eventually moving to on demand. So
No, they are doing that.
They kind of are, but they're not really.
They're still saying that every game for PS4 will be downloadable the same day it comes out on disc.
Right.
But it's not forcing you to put that disc on your Xbox or on your PlayStation 4 if you don't want to save it there, and if you want to turn it in later to GameStop, it'll still work.
But Xbox is opening itself up to. There's a system that's been around for a while called Steam that
Yep.
a lot of PC gamers have gravitated to basically purchase all of their PC games. I mean, most of your PC game purchases happen through Steam now.
Yeah, nobody goes and buys discs for their computer anymore.
Right. And that's kind of what Xbox is trying. That's what they've modeled their entire new Xbox One off of, is the Steam model. In
On
order
steroids.
for that to work, and see, here's the other thing. They haven't actually said our system requires you to be online. What they're saying is we've made it to where game developers can require an constantly online connection if they so choose. If they choose. They're leaving it up to the developer because they know EA wants to do that. They know that's what the model for future EA sports titles is all about, that. And integration into more of a cloud resource to where everything can be updated and stored in the cloud and blah, 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 and resources can be shared and yada, yada, yada. Not to mention their servers can be shut down at will. And that could very well, I mean, what that basically opens up the possibility for, and this is the way I started to see it, is that especially titles like Madden, you said it yourself, oh, well, it sucks, because you'll buy the game and then you'll play it for a year and then they'll shut the server down and you can no longer play multiplayer matches.
Right.
What if they didn't force you to buy Madden 2005, 2006, 2007, or 2014, 2015, 2016? What if you just bought Madden and every year had its new update?
Unless they charge for that update, they will never do it.
Well, I'm sure that's what they're going to do.
So you're thinking there'll just be like a Madden game that every year you'll have to dump like $40 to
I think
upgrade it.
I think they're eventually going to work themselves into Madden is going to become a pay to play franchise, kind of like World of Warcraft is. If you want to keep getting the new stats, you want to keep getting the new player rosters and all this, you have to now pay blah, blah, blah a month to have all of that sent to your console.
I get what you're saying now. So it's going to be a
It'll be a subscription
game,
service,
yeah.
yes.
But you'd never have to buy Madden again. That's almost a really good idea.
Now, Xbox has created a system where that literally just integrates right into the design of it. PlayStation doesn't. PlayStation, they'll have to do a lot of shoehorning and loopholes to make that sort of thing work. So Xbox is kind of taking the future by the balls and saying, all right, we know you're not going to like it, but we're going to pioneer this shit. But that's a bad thing, too.
I was going to say, I can't believe you're almost supporting Xbox at the moment. Well, you're actually backing Microsoft. This is insane.
I'll be brutally honest. The fucking first day of E3, I was like, oh, fuck Xbox. Fuck them in their ass. After their paltry shit ball pale fucking announcement, it's like, oh, this is stupid. This is all fucking shit. And then PS4 came out and it was like, fucking right. And I'm one of those guys like, yeah. I'm like, God damn, look at all of this. It's fucking awesome. They're bringing Kingdom Hearts back. They're fucking Final Fantasy 15.
Whatever that is.
Fucking Elder Scrolls Online, Destiny looks like it's gonna fucking rock. Woo! $400, yeah. And then I thought, it's like, wait a minute, $400 still sucks. It's like I didn't want to pay over $300 for a next gen console. Now I'm getting all jacked about paying $400.
Xbox costs $500, so
Yeah, and then I talked to my buddy at work, and it was like, he's like, well, if you're already paying $400, what's an extra 100? It's like, you got a point there.
But
if you're already committed to the 4, what's an extra 5 for more features, more functionality, and better integration into future technology and basically a future marketplace?
I love this. 2 weeks ago, you were calling all that future integration useless.
But when you are now shown the alternative, and the alternative is literally
The basic, yeah.
nope, nothing new. Enjoy.
Well, I think that
it's like, wait a minute. I was hoping for something to counter it, to be at least like, Microsoft's going their direction, we're going ours. Not Microsoft's looking to the future. We like our comfortable little niche here, and we're going to stay here, because that's what Nintendo has done. Nintendo decided, we like our little cubbyhole here, so we're not gonna disturb the water around us, and we're just gonna bob up and down in our little tiny pool of water here and hope everyone else just kind of leaves us alone. And now Sony's starting to fall into that same, like, we're not gonna move forward. We found our where it works for us, and we're happy here.
They did move forward in a few places.
Did they?
Yeah, they've still got like the whole DVR function for the gameplay in there and all that good stuff. And there's other new things that the PlayStation is pushing. They're just not pushing as extremely as Xbox is.
Right.
So that's your choice. Do you want all the bells and whistles that the Xbox has with all the restrictions? Or do you want to stay in a classic gaming kind of mode with the PS4?
Let me just run down my list.
Okay, you go down the list.
I made a list of pros and cons of Xbox and PlayStation 4. I'll just go through it really quick. Pros for Xbox One, and this is my afterthoughts pros. Better application integration and multitasking ability. And
Which you hated in the beginning.
I don't hate it, but there's a pro. It's both a pro and a con.
Okay.
See, that's one place I did fuck up. Multitasking ability would be fucking great if it works.
That's true.
Because it's so easy for that to fuck up and take the whole console down with it. Because you think about it, how cool it would be to just switch from like a movie directly into a game, or like Netflix into YouTube, or something else, and just to have it, to be able to instantly shift and not have to like, okay, back out to the dashboard, slide the shit over, hit it, wait the fucking standard 2 minutes for it to fucking load. To have it just bam, 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 just to switch like it would on, just like opening tabs in a browser and switching between the tabs. That's what Xbox is offering. But Windows is notoriously terrible at that. So why does anyone think it's going to work on the Xbox One?
Yeah, that first time it does slow down just a little bit, and you see a loading screen. Thousands of people are going to get out of their chairs and throw shit at their fucking Xbox One in anger because, they said they would be just quick as a fucking flash.
Right. And that's kind of like,
eventually
if
it will slow
works
down
as well as they claim it will, which everyone knows they lie,
right,
it would be great. So on the fence about that. The other thing, Titanfall is exclusive to Xbox One, and for the love of fucking God, this is Respawn's first title back.
I don't even know what this is, honestly. I haven't seen the trailer for Titanfall.
Respawn is Infinity Ward.
Okay.
All the fucking guys that were Infinity Ward, that made Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 4, and Modern Warfare 2.
Jump ship after all that shit happened.
Yes, that's these guys.
Okay.
And Titanfall, the minute I saw it, I'm like, fuck, another mech game. But then they showed the gameplay. I was like, because if it would have just been
find the trailer for this,
but see, that's the thing. It doesn't get conveyed in the trailer. Because I've watched the trailer, it's like, But when they were actually showing people playing the game, I was like, it's super fluid mech game. And nice, it's not all mechs, because you can jump in, jump out. And the thing that sold me was like the guy gets in the mech, and then you see the guy in the ground, and he just kind of runs right over him. Boing. It's like, ugh. It's like, and it's just so fluid. It's almost like, it's like you're just the regular guy, but now you've just gotten bigger. And it also incorporates some of the stuff from like BioShock, where like if somebody shoots you, you can like do something with your left hand, like gather up all their bullets in some gravity thing and shoot it back at them.
Sweetness. We're going to have to watch something on this, damn it, because I skipped that completely.
Yeah, Titanfall was the fucking only thing from the Xbox showing on day one that was like really got my attention. But I did miss the beginning, and I will like say that I really wish I would have caught the Metal Gear thing
Right.
that started it out, because that fucking game looks awesome as well.
We're gonna have to look that up too because I haven't seen that one yet. Either.
Oh, it's fucking.
See, I
nice.
missed all the E3 stuff. I kind of just caught up on all of it yesterday.
Oh, the
while
fucking.
I was making topics.
Yeah, the new Metal Gear looks fucking tight, real tight. Being able to make a Skype call while gaming is pretty cool, and that's another thing with the multitasking and shit like that. But that would be cool to have your fucking cadet camera going. You're playing a game. It's
Right.
almost like it opens it up to new levels of, instead of just video, just chatting with one another while you're playing, to be able to video chat. Because me and Payne used to try to do that, like when he lived in Arizona. And, like, let's play a game. Like, I want a video chat. So we have to back out our games, go into fucking video chat. Like, hey, like, let's try the game. Okay. And then we get in the game.
Staring at you sucks. Let's do something else.
Yeah, it was fun to do. It would have been fun to do it, integrate both into the, gaming and that. So that's another option. And it's going to be built right in, since you have to have the Kinect sensor.
But that sounds like it's going to take a ton of internet bandwidth to pull off online gaming with Skype
Well,
calling. That's like pushing a whole lot of shit through an itty bitty straw.
no one's really thought about this yet, but with all this gaming DVR functionality and game streaming, you have to have a very, 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 very good internet connection.
Right. We're talking fucking
Or all
6G or some shit.
like all of that shit is pointless. Just like with fucking the streaming that's built into the new Call of Duty. A lot of people can't even utilize that because they don't have big enough bandwidth.
Right. Hell, my bandwidth, I can't even watch videos off of the Xbox dashboard. The Xbox Live videos, they don't fucking work.
Right. So you're not going to, and your upload speed is even more atrocious. So a lot of the functionality of the gaming DVR is lost on you because you don't have an internet connection that's going to be able to use it.
Right. Have you ever video chatted on the Kinect now? Have you ever tried that?
With a Kinect, no.
Yeah, it's odd, man. It doesn't work smoothly whatsoever.
It doesn't surprise me. Xbox One is getting Destiny and Elder Scrolls Online 2. See, at first, when you watch the PS4 thing, because Xbox, their day one, didn't talk about Elder Scrolls. They didn't talk about Destiny or Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls didn't get brought up until it's at its own booth, I think.
Elder Scrolls got brought up in the PS4 title, and that's when I was like, fucking right, it's getting Elder Scrolls, motherfucker. It's like, that's all I need to hear. I'm buying a PS4. But then I found out later, Destiny is, I forgot, during the Xbox One reveal, they talked about Destiny, so it's getting Destiny too. But it wasn't until the PS4 announcement that you actually got to see Destiny in action, and that's what fucking sold me. Because that game is, and we'll have to watch that if you haven't watched it. Have you watched them actually play it?
No, I have not.
Then we're watching it.
Okay.
You
We've
will
got
get
all sorts of shit here to watch.
I turned my fucking coworker because he was like, watch that video. He's like, I got to get this now. I was like, I know, it's sweet. Bungie is doing the future of first-person shooters. I mean, it's not necessarily the future because it already kind of exists.
Right.
But it's the future. But XBL Marketplace using real money instead of stupid-ass gamer points. That's another
Thank you,
thing.
finally.
That's a good pro for that.
It took me so long to figure out how to times everything by 80 to
Yeah.
figure out how much I was spending.
Gamer points sucked, and everyone knew it. So now it'd be nice to get rid of that. The cons DRM restrictions still suck, of course.
You're never going to get rid of
And
those.
that is the giant fucking, like, the fuck you to the poor that Microsoft is now clearly declaring.
Yep.
Like, can't play games from disc still sucks, which is all part of their integration into basically making their system the first system to really do all on-demand gaming.
Right.
Which is...
And honestly, that's probably how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to bother go buying a disc if that disc is never going to do anything.
Right. And I think that's what they're banking on. That they're just going to eliminate that entire market.
There was one thing that they said, the games, how in the hell did it work? You let one other person play the game off that disc, but it had some sort of restrictions on it. I don't know. I got the article somewhere.
We'll pull that up.
Yeah, we'll worry about that later.
Kinect required still sucks because I have the old Kinect and I never use it for anything other than the fucking exercise shit.
Yep.
Cable locks without DVR still sucks, of course, and the price still sucks. So there's a lot of cons. PlayStation 4, pros of that, don't have to worry about DRM screwing with your ability to play games. Of course, console is dedicated to gaming, which kind of ties back into that, and better pricing. The cons: no real innovation, just a PS3 with better graphics and better price tag. Not enough compelling exclusive titles, and that's even more so now.
Now that you found out that all the shit that you loved will be on both consoles.
Everything is on both consoles. Every single thing. There's not. I can't think of one exclusive outside of maybe Gran Turismo,
Right.
and a few other things. Killzone.
Yeah, Killzone. They'll always have Killzone.
Even Kingdom Hearts 3 is on Xbox One.
Wasn't that exclusive to Nintendo? Or
That used to be exclusive to PlayStation. Back when Square Enix had their
okay,
exclusivity
yeah.
with
I don't know what I'm
Sony.
thinking of.
Oh, that's all over now. Fuck it, it's on both consoles too. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, and then I love your last one. The PlayStation
Controllers
controllers really do suck.
Yes, that's because I got in a conversation with my coworker about that. He's like, I just don't think I could do it. I don't think I could. And the more I thought about it, it's like, that controller does suck.
Because we are men. We need a meaty controller. We do not need something that feels like it's going to break every time I squeeze the
But
damn
they
thing.
did say that the new the PS4 controller is slightly larger than
Only
the
as,
older ones.
yeah, because they had to fit in the technology for that stupid fucking touchscreen.
But that to me is like, it would be hard to go back to those fucking PlayStation controllers.
Well, you have a PS3 around here somewhere. I know you never use it, but
It's just with both sticks being right there. It's so once you're used to that,
right.
once you're used to this
It doesn't
versus
make-
that, it's like a world of difference. The only thing that would be better is if it was like that, like both thumbs up.
Oh, you mean this one be higher?
Yeah.
The right stick be higher? I don't know. See, now I've actually done that. When I play certain fighting games, you'll have the control pad down here at the bottom, and it'll be like, this will be your 3D movement, and then this will be your 2D movement, and you press up to jump, and it makes it a lot more simple.
Yeah.
But I do find it weird when I'm playing like that, trying to use the control pad, because my thumbs are like literally bashing into each other with the Xbox controller. That stick really does need to be up there, like you were saying.
Yeah, the PS1, it's like for some reason my left thumb just feels like it's constantly crooked and bent in the wrong. Right thumb, fine. It's just fine. It's almost like it was naturally meant to be there. But left, it's like, why do I have to bend it down so far?
I'm going to need my thumb massage when I'm done playing this fucking game.
I put the Star Wars Battlefront is coming to PS4, but I'm almost positive it's coming to both consoles.
Yeah, it probably is.
But it's just like you said, it's probably the same thing with Elder Scrolls. Like, you're only going to be able to play people who have that system.
And with shooters, I get that. I understand it has been that way for a long time. But with MMOs, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm not getting into it again. I already talked about it. It just drives me nuts.
Witcher 3. But but that basically comes back to my whole, which console would I buy? I don't know, because as far as, I mean, you know how I feel about on-demand gaming. One of my biggest gripes about everything that's been announced is that the whole DRM forcing you to do this, it didn't make sense to me, because I was always like, why are they putting a Blu-ray player in the fucking thing at all if their whole intention is to drive the marketplace to on-demand?
So you can still watch Blu-ray movies on it.
Exactly. And
Giving it
and
one
after
more
the
function.
reveal, when they spent so much time talking about the cable box functionality of it, I'm like, I don't fucking care about cable. Nobody does. Cable is so dead, it's dead. It's like you're the company like basically trying to advance console gaming to on-demand game purchases, and in the same breath you're talking about cable. It's like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But once you get past the cloudy muck of that, you start to realize, well, they basically are really looking to the future. And one of the things that once you start thinking about everything as it pertains to being in the cloud, you have unlimited options. I mean, right now everybody's like, you can't trade games. You can't. Yes, you can't resell a game that's linked to your gamer tag, but that doesn't mean you can't trade it. One of the things that I've realized is once everybody has their own little avatar in the virtual universe, there's nothing that says that Xbox can't say, all right, well, here's a special little like ticket or code or pass that you can have.
Well, here, click on that Xbox One use game policy, and I got it all right there.
Then they're probably already doing it. Where you can actually give, like, because I was thinking about that. Wouldn't it be cool to give your friend like a little token to allow them to play a game that you bought?
Well, let's see here. Scroll down here.
Don't tell me that's what they're doing.
Okay, Microsoft released broader details on how the next-gen Xbox One console will interact with games. Game discs are playing less of a role in the console. Players can purchase games on disc from a retail store, but then after installing the Xbox One, they never use this again. Xbox One will then associate that game with their individual player accounts. So if they're signed in, they can play on any Xbox One thanks to the cloud.
Right.
Okay.
Which is a great system that they already have implemented. Thank you. No, they don't. No, I'm sorry, they don't, because you still have to have the game. That's the thing. The game disc always has to be in the motherfucker. See, but that to me is like even better, because now it's like on-demand games were the only ones where you could actually go to someone else's house and like sign in on your account and then play your game, assuming it's already downloaded. But you know, if not, you'd have to put your disc in and blah 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 blah. Like this, you can actually download the game, you know, from the cloud to someone else's system, play it on your account. I mean, they've already got that system in place with the Xbox 360. It's just not a lot of people use it.
All right. Now, the other half of this is Microsoft plans to continue support players who want to trade in their games. We designed Xbox One so game publishers can enable you to trade in your games at participating retailers. Publishers will have to form deals with retailers to facilitate trade-ins. There will also be an option to loan games to friends with restrictions. You can only loan a game once, and the recipient must appear on your Xbox Live friends list for longer than 30 days. Families will be exempt from this restriction, as Microsoft will allow up to 10 accounts on the same Xbox One to share games. Those accounts can also play any of the shared games on another Xbox One via the cloud if they are signed in. So I really didn't understand this part about publishers and retailers. Like, now the actual game publisher is responsible of how much your game's worth.
Well, what that means is, let's say you take your game to GameStop,
right,
and you want to sell it. Well, you know you're gonna get shit for it. Like, here's $5.
Yeah,
it's always about the trade in with stores like that anyway. It's like, oh, you get 10 or 15 credits to blah 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 blah.
Right.
But what that means is, if you want to go to GameStop and buy a used game, GameStop now has to go to the publisher and pay them a certain amount to get an activation code to resell the game.
Okay.
And that's what they'll have. That's the thing they'll have to work out with individual publishers, is what Xbox is saying, which is kind of shitty of Microsoft to do. It's like, we put together the architecture to block used games. Publishers and stores have to work that shit out. we just made it to where they have to work together. Like, but we don't want to be in the middle of it, even though we firmly placed ourselves directly in the middle of it. That's kind of a shitty deal. But they'll still work with them.
Yeah. So
publishers will go to the GameStop and say, all right, you know, you get in a game, it's going to cost $10 to get the code. Just like it does now when you go in and like get Far Cry 3,
right,
and you want to play multiplayer. Well, they'll sell you the old game, but then you have to get online and download or get the code to play multiplayer. It's the same deal, except for the stores will now be responsible for getting that from the publishers.
So it won't make you feel like you have to play the game twice or pay for the game twice. Pay $10 to GameStop, right, and then pay $10 to EA or whatever.
Yeah, they'll just roll that right in. But then again, GameStop's going to get their extra cut for having to fucking do that bullshit too.
Yeah, probably.
But the idea is that it'll still be there, and the abilities will still be there to do that. But I don't see a lot of that happening. I honestly don't. I mean, GameStop has pretty much killed the used game market anyway.
How do you figure?
Because you buy used games from there, unless they're fucking like 10 or 15 years old. Not 10 or 15 years old. You know, like the very first run of games that come out on a console, you're not getting a good deal on a game.
That is not true at all, because I bought Gears of War 3. It's right at a year old, if not less than a year old, and I got it for like $10.
Well,
there are good deals at GameStop if you dig around.
If you dig, and it was a year old. I mean, the shelf life of these games anymore is like 3 months.
Gears of War Judgment was already out by then, so they already figured that all the hardcore ones are going to move over to that one. So Gears of War 3,
anymore, a year is like the equivalent of 4 years on an older type of game.
Yeah, well, when they keep pumping games out every year, I seen something where Assassin's Creed has 3 different publishers working on 3 different games right now for Assassin's Creed. Like within a year, we could have 3 Assassin's Creed games out all at fucking once.
Well, that's just stupid.
There isn't that much history to go through for Assassin's Creed. But there you go, the used game policy. What else do we got here?
But I think that is good, and I think, but see, they've already said that they're going to allow that, like, with the gamer tag to gamer tag, blah 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 blah. They're going to allow you to be able to lend games, but that's not to say that through gamers complaining or requesting, they may be able to sell tokens to, or maybe not even sell, like maybe periodically, like if you're a gold account member, like after a certain number of months, you'll get an extra token to lend a game to someone else to blah, blah, blah. Because if they don't, then they're really killing the ability for word of mouth, promotion of a game just to even get those extra sales after the big push. And that does help when people can be like, oh, try this game out, you'll love it. And then they go out and buy the game because they've got to try it. That shit's still applicable, and it happens all the time.
Right.
They'd be killing that if they didn't, give you the option to do that. But one of the things I didn't put in an email, which I really should have because I was typing it up and then I forgot it, was that in doing that, by making that, being that restrictive, they're basically consolidating the entire gaming market down to blockbusters. And that's kind of a scary deal because they're starting to turn the gaming industry into the movie industry and the music industry, where they're literally just going to kill the indie market. And because the indie market won't get a fair share or a fair shake.
Well, they don't now. They make games for $1.
Exactly. They're already on their way to totally destroying the indie market by making them the subclass of games where the investment's not going to be that much, the return's not going to be that much, and there's always just going to be this limited, paltry amount of effort and talent available in the indie market because everyone's going to be flocking to the blockbuster titles, the way movies and music are.
Right.
Right now, everybody goes to the movies that you can go to your local theater to see. That doesn't even make up a 16th of the amount of movies that are released each year. Not even 16th, probably a 100th.
Yeah.
There are so many movies that get released you'll never see in your lifetime, and it's because they'll never get massive distribution. They will never get they won't even get any distribution. Some people will make a movie and them and their dog will see it. I mean, that's kind of the situation with the movie industry. And it's going to be, think back to fucking Nintendo, like the NES age and Sega Genesis era. There were so many fucking games, and they were all pretty much equal, on par with one another. You didn't have fucking like every commercial break, blah, 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 blah. It was mostly like Sega does what Nintendo don't, and Sega this, and Sega that, and Sega. It was never game. Now everything's like Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto. It's all about the games and not about the systems. And the more it becomes game focused, the more everything just consolidates into the larger titles.
Right.
And your Maddens, your Call of Duties, your blah, blah, blah. And you don't see a diverse palette of games anymore.
That's
you
true.
see your blockbuster titles, and then you see all this indie shit that's going to be on Android, and it's going to be on Steam, and it's going to be in the fucking XBLA marketplace and the PSN network, PS Network, and all that. It's going to just that's great as far as for gamers because now they just get this wide array of shit that they used to have to pay $60 for, and now only have to pay like $10 or $12 for. But over time, I really think that's going to stifle the gaming industry overall because these people don't get into games to only make like a handful of money off of fucking the paltry little fucking sales they can make in the indie market.
Right.
They definitely don't want to just be, in this clandestine little effort of making shitty, sprite-based 2D fucking Flash games or whatever, that most of them, currently are. They want to make the big titles too. They want to make the Call of Duties and they want to make the fucking new MMOs, and they're not going to have that. You're never going to see that in that fucking marketplace because it's just so, the return's just not there to garner that kind of talent.
That completely makes sense.
And it sucks, but it's good. It's good now, but it's going to really suck later. So I don't know. It's a toss up. It really is at this point.
Okay. Let's get back on track here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, earlier we were talking about buying a game and then have to buying more stuff. Click on the Killer One What the Fuck article. This one I found.
This one?
Yes. This one was crazy. Killer 1 is an old 2D fighter from way back in the day. It's got a huge following to it. Everyone, loved it back in the day. I don't think I ever
Wait,
fucking played
Killer
it.
Instinct.
Oh, is that? Oh, I did fuck that up in the headline, didn't I? Okay, Killer Instinct, not Killer 1. I'm sorry.
Bring that up.
Yeah, sorry, fucked that up. Okay. What? I'll bring it up here.
Yeah, it's a video.
Yeah, well, hold on.
Everybody knows about Killer Instinct. Hell.
Well, but do you know the new thing they're doing with Killer Instinct? Scroll down here to the bottom. Yeah, right here. The game is simple, blah, 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 blah. Okay, here we go. Killer Instinct is a day one digital-only release for the Xbox One and features, get this, only one character. Jago is a free-to-play character on launch. I'm not 100% sure if you just download the game and then you get Jago for free. Maybe it is a free game, but everyone else, unspecified returning character, as well as original fighters, will cost money. Price to be determined, of course. They are literally pumping out a fighting game and only giving you one character to use.
Okay.
What the fuck is the point of that? It doesn't make any sense.
How much is the game?
That's the problem. I'm not 100% sure on that. It almost sounds like the game itself might be free.
If that's the case, then you've got a great idea.
I'll go back down. And it says here, starting a new trend with Xbox Live Arcade vanishing into a greater game marketplace. Perhaps free-to-play is the new trial version, and you'll nickel and dime your way to the more complete version. Hopefully, trials of some sort will still mandate so players can try out everything as it hits Xbox Live.
See, that's what the new Android market has created. iTunes and Android.
Right.
They've created this marketplace of indie indie games and indie titles where you can get the free games and play them to your heart's content. But then they'll also have ads in them, and they'll blah blah, or they'll limit the amount of levels you can play, or there will be like parts of the level that you can't get to unless you like spend a month waiting for certain shit to happen.
Right.
Or if you want to just buy it now, you can unlock it and see now you're on your way.
Yeah, but that's just it. Buying every character one at a time, that just sounds
But if the
frustrating.
game's free, think about it. You'll spend just as much buying additional content in the game as you would just taking a chance and buying the game outright. The only difference is you'll feel a lot more satisfaction paying after the fact for the things you really want rather than paying the $60 up front for a game you may or may not like.
There is always characters that you never use, but those are the characters you beat the shit out of.
But that's the new gaming model. That's the new system. It's get people hooked in with the game and then make them want more, because they're naturally going to want more. If you get that game, if they give that game to you for free, here it is, Killer Instinct new, boom, you get one guy. You play that for a while and it's like, all right, this is cool, but I really want to try fucking Saber Wolf or whatever, or blah blah blah.
There's dinosaurs and wolves and all sorts of shit.
Boop, boop, boop. And then next thing you know, you find yourself clicking the right button combination, ching ching, $9.99 less. Boom, you got your new character.
And I guess you will get to see how they work, because you've got to actually be able to fight somebody in that game. It's not like
coming up.
And that can extend to everything.
For those of you who don't know, according to the producer for Killer Instinct, and he's brought out the new tournament edition Mad Catz Fight Stick, which will be available at the launch of Killer Instinct.
Oh, of course, they got the fucking fight sticks out.
I can tell you one thing right off the bat. I fucking hate Microsoft's like we're cooler than cool fucking hip. Dude, the PS4 release or announcement stuff was done. I got to pause this for a second just so I can. It was done so adult-like. I mean, it didn't pander to people or try to seem hippified and cool.
Right.
They literally just talked like they normally would, like just presented things clearly and cool. It was just like, here's the game. Blah, blah, blah. And they make a joke that was just legitimately funny because it was just off the cuff joke. Everything Xbox does is like, I'm gonna get you, Brian. Next line in the script. Next line in the script. Next line in the script. It's like, it's so phony and transparent. That was the initial reason why I wanted to hate it right off the bat. It's hard to get through that, and it's also hard to really hype up Killer Instinct, for the love of God.
Well,
I know you'd like it because you like fighting games.
No, actually, this doesn't really get me going at all. It just looks like classic Street Fighter with fancy graphics, which, granted, is all it is, but it's not. They don't have the 3D space to fight in.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
What's that?
I don't like that. That was it. That's the game DVR that just does shit.
Oh, it pops up and like, are you ready to DVR this now?
No, it just records it on its own.
Right.
That's what that just did.
Are they
It
gonna
was
show
popped
us
up
the-
letting you know, like, a cool move. We just and the little status bar of it, fucking like saving it and shit.
All right, hey, we got a peek
fuck
at the
that.
upload studio. Let's check this out.
Ew, I don't like that.
The game was automatically recorded by Game DVR. So I'll take a few seconds and put my own personal stamp on the recording.
Torrin's using the new Upload Studio by Xbox, where he can easily curate, edit, share, and publish gaming videos right from Xbox One. Within seconds, Torrin can
Because YouTube's never going away.
recording commentary with
Oh, Jesus.
put a thematic wrapping around his epic moment.
Jesus.
And now it's shared out from the cloud with all of my friends.
This
Because
is the-
everybody wants to see that one fight you did.
This is the function called Cloud Be Gone. Or not Cloud Be Gone, Bandwidth Be Gone. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Now, was all that slow
That won't get old.
epic skill, eye on the crowd? Okay.
So, what are you going to do about that, Ashton?
I mean, come on.
Commit Harry Carey.
Really have. Let me show you how I like to share with my friends and followers. Xbox, resume game. Oh, hey, Torrin, do you know what a shark is? Xbox, broadcast.
I'm proud to announce a new partnership with Twitch. Now, for the first time,
That nobody ever uses.
Goodbye, bandwidth.
all of your gameplay experiences can be shared. With more than 35 million unique viewers, Twitch is one of the most popular destinations.
Assuming you have Fios.
Twitch is built into Xbox One, so you can instantly broadcast your gameplay.
If you have Fios.
And if anyone's actually watching it.
Part of the live experience. And
If
as
you
a
have
viewer of
Fios.
Xbox Live, it's even more interesting, as you'll have the ability to actually participate and impact the game.
What? By chatting?
Yeah, that's what they're doing there.
You know why I don't like this? Because it's just like the big fuck you to. Oh, you should have stopped there. It's the big fuck you to video editing. It's like, now everyone can edit. Everyone can be a YouTube guy. Remember back in the day when you actually had to have capture cards and a computer and put this shit together and edit? Fuck all that. Now we got the Xbox One where you, even Timmy, little Timmy, 8 years old, can put his fucking, like, all his shit and then he'll record his voice into his Connect. Like, fucking motherfucker, look at that, beat his fucking ass. Timmy at the end, and then upload it to fucking YouTube.
And for everyone confused by this, the reason this upsets him so is because this is what he does for a living.
Exactly.
He went to school and everything. You know,
They're chumpifying me my whole life.
now your payroll's going to go
And
down.
I think about that every fucking time I got to render this shit out and spend fucking an hour uploading it to YouTube. All these fucking little kids. Yeah, I'm sending it. And, you know, YouTube's never going away, folks. YouTube's never going away.
Oh, hell no.
The gajillion upon gajillion worth of fucking data bits of storage that they have to have now because every cocksucking kid with an Xbox, I'm uploading my Super Punch. 1 gig later, I'm going to upload that kick. Like, you know, the next system is just going to be like, uploaded to YouTube, like automatically. Like, fuck bandwidth, fuck storage. We've got too much to fucking go around, folks. It's Christmas every day.
Well, I did not realize that we were going to get the upload thing.
That's
on there too.
stupid.
That's
I
funny
hate
stuff.
that.
A little surprises for
And
next
you know
gen
what?
jerks.
What makes YouTube so great? What is it about YouTube that everyone loves? Watching 1.5 million fucking videos, like 1 second videos of a kid doing an uppercut in a fighting game. Timmy. Those are the videos that just take up space. There's no point.
Oh wow,
There's already too much on YouTube.
that's funny.
Coming
shit.
from the guy who does a show that only gets 10 views. We don't need more crap on YouTube.
Oh man, I cannot believe that just happened. One fucking trailer just instigated a huge
That's
rant.
bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Whatever. But that's
Okay.
that's the future of gaming, folks. Become a YouTube game video editor.
And that works on both PlayStation and Xbox. I guess PlayStation's got its own version of it too.
They all do now.
Yeah, it's going to be, that's the new thing.
And Call of Duty dogs will have it for sure. Even though it'll be built into it'll be built into the new system for sure, but they'll integrate it into Xbox 360 just like fucking.
Did you just call it Call of Duty Dogs?
Yes, because that's what it is. That's all I'm calling it from now on. Dogs.
Call of Duty Dogs. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
When they spend most of their time talking about their fucking dogs and look at how much better our dogs look to the old dogs and look at the shit coming off the dogs. Oh, and by the way, I did see gameplay of fucking dogs.
Oh shit.
There is a section in the first player game where you take control of the dog and rush somebody.
No.
I knew that was gonna fucking happen. I knew it.
All right.
And if you don't think that's going to be a kill streak in the multiplayer, you are sorely mistaken. Is that titties on fucking YouTube?
Tit gallery, pick your best. That can't be right. No, we're
That's
not.
crazy.
I'm looking for that damn.
I'm not going to say which video it is. Don't want to get it pulled from YouTube.
What was it? Titanfall? Was that the name of that one? So we're gonna put you.
Oh no, you got to go to Xbox Live or Xbox E3 Titanfall
Well, I can just punch in Titanfall and
because it'll just bring up the trailer. Well, you can try it.
I don't know. Read about something while I'm doing this.
Well, let's see. A bunch of E3 stuff. Let's find out. Day one wrap up. Oh, this is video 2.
No, not all of it. It's like a bunch of different shit, I think. Oh my god.
A lot of people have been one of the big. I can't do that. It's eating up all my fucking bandwidth.
What?
Oh, gameplay demo. There you go. Yeah, go to that.
Okay, here we go. Now we're going to put John back in a good mood again. We have the gameplay demo from E3 for Titanfall.
Respawn Entertainment. They're great. Don't believe me? Play Call of Duty 4.
I do like it so far. A sci-fi first-person shooter.
What's it? What is it with the hoods?
It's all part of their helmet, man.
No, it's all part of Halo 4, Destiny, now Titanfall, fucking Ghosts. All our heroes have to be hooded now. It's some secret fucking propaganda to prop up the new fucking Star Wars fucking trilogy.
At least they're not rocking the trench
They're
coats
all
like
Jedis.
Destiny is.
See, this doesn't look very next gen, but
Oh, is that the mech you were talking about?
yep. It just looks like Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, it does.
Stop going to the. Every time it did that, I'm like, why are you going to the wide shot? Fuck you.
Nobody cares what the crowd's doing.
I don't like how the screen wobbles, but other than that, it
Well,
just
that's
looks like
to
it
show
plays
that
like
he's
Call of
running.
Duty
It
4.
doesn't wobble when he's not running. Hey,
See? See?
That mech was kicking some ass.
Oh, that got me. I had a boner after seeing that.
Oh, there's a guy up there behind you. Get him, get him. Do something besides walking around watching the mech.
You shot him. That's
Damn, he can jump.
No.
Yeah, why do they do that? Nobody cares. I don't need to watch that guy playing in the fucking shadow.
See, you as a just regular person can take on the mechs. Mechs take on the mechs. They can take on the people too. It's just.
But come on, how much? What is he fucking floating?
He wall jumped. Oh, that's badass.
You do love killing giants, so.
I love giants. Yes.
But there's one thing about this, like you can't tell the enemies are enemies except for the little red fucking tag above their head. They don't really look any different than your team.
Oh, as if that's any different than Call of Duty.
No, that's true. Are these all cooperative players that you have with you, or is this single player action?
I think this is a single player game right here.
Okay. Nice little fucking melee kill there. Come on, get out there and get you some with your crazy ass gun. I wish they'd show me a different gun.
Here comes the mech.
That was pretty cool. Embark. I love that. It's not just enter. Embark on your experience. Whoa! That isn't. That was kind of neat.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be badass.
Go up there and club him. Oh, yeah. He just ripped the guy right out of him. That was awesome.
Here's the best part. Runs him over.
Now, it would have been cooler if he'd actually see him, like, step on him. Jump out of the mech.
Yeah, it's getting close to the end.
Show me a different gun. No, that's kind of different, I guess. No, that's the same fucking... No, it's different. What the fuck is that mech shooting at?
Down in a hole.
Whoa! That's one hell of a C4 blast, considering it was nowhere close to him. Oh, damn! You're not really doing that much damage. Ooh, what's that? Oh, just another.
The world's biggest M60.
Whoa! What the hell happened there?
He ejected.
And then landed on the back of him? What the fuck for? Oh, he jumped on the back of the bad mech. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can do that from like any rooftop or you have to do it from a mech.
I don't know.
That could be cool, just getting up on a rooftop, waiting for him to walk by, and then jump down on him.
Oh, that game's going to rock.
That looked pretty good. I am impressed.
Titanfall is going to rock. We did.
Okay, so Titanfall is not going to be on PS4, huh?
No, it's exclusive only to Xbox.
Okay, well, there's one for you then.
I know, that was the only thing. It's like, well, the PS4 is making a lot of good points, but Titanfall's only going to be on Xbox. Now go to Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear, whatever the fuck that new Metal Gear is called. I can't remember. It's a stupid name.
It's like Revengeance or something, isn't it?
No, Metal Gear, the new Metal Gear.
I know. Oh, God.
Just put in MGS E3. Don't you know acronyms?
MGS.
Hell, it'll probably be the first fucking Ground Zeroes.
Is it that right there? Metal Gear Solid 5 gameplay?
Yes, that right
Damn,
there.
that's a long video.
It's long,
But
but it's fucking cool.
let's hope it's worth it.
I know a lot of you who are watching this have already seen all this, but fuck you.
But you know what? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
so
Jake hasn't seen it.
skip ad.
And he certainly hasn't seen this ad. Yeah, quality's kind of degraded.
It's not just them.
We'll just blame that on YouTube.
Wait a minute. Stop this.
What?
With Miller.
There's a way better version of this. Xbox Video.
Do what now?
Get out of this.
Go
type in Destiny.
Ground Zero?
No. Go back to search and and type in Destiny.
Oh, why are you making me do
The
it
Phantom Pain. That's the name of the fucking stupid.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that was it's not the real name of the game. That was like its secret name before they let you know it was actually a Metal Gear Solid game.
Destiny. Lots of rap. That's weird.
There's a lot of Destiny in rap. See, Destiny's Child. Here, Destiny gameplay. So
There you go. Yep. There you go.
So why
Click it.
are we not watching the original?
Because we can do that in Xbox Video and it'll be a lot clearer.
Oh, okay. Picky.
Well, I'm just saying, you got to see it in its fucking high def glory.
Okay, so we're watching the Destiny, the new
this
Bungie game.
I think this should be the gameplay trailer for Destiny. Not trailer, but them actually playing it,
Right.
which sold me completely on it.
And that's crazy because you never really liked Halo.
What the fuck?
I'm online.
What are you doing online? You're here.
Yes, now you know people. My gamer tag is Bloodshine. The secret's out.
Dystopian. I don't know if this is the same one or not.
He looks like a mech from Assassin's Creed. The trench coat makes me think of Fallout every time. Somebody pick
I'm
up the
about to get
controller.
really depressed.
Why?
And I can meet up with some of my friends.
Oh, no, it is the same one. I'm like, please don't tell me that was just a video of the game that was running. And that guy was just pretending to play at E3.
No, he's playing it.
Because I was like, this whole part's like the same thing. It's like, if he doesn't start talking in about 5 seconds, I'm going to get really depressed. Yeah, when people join the game, they just kind of like get dropped off.
Really?
Yep.
That's kind of neat. That's a nice little Easter egg there for you.
Jason Jones. How's it going?
What, did he just come out of the floor?
Well, you and me, we're going to play through that wall. Unfortunately, looks like we got a man down. But we're going to keep on going. You ready?
You're right. These guys' acting is horrible.
It's going to be great.
Hi.
There we go. You coming?
Get your ass over here.
All right, good. I knew you'd make it. Jason Jones. Someday I knew you'd come right back through my door.
Now, this is the PS4. This is the only one where it's like, these guys scripted their shit. It's like, oh, God, shut up.
It's either that or they just spend so much time making these games they don't get out very often.
Yeah, the PS4 didn't run very well. It locked up quite a bit during the fucking...
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're showing the new Assassin's Creed. It completely fucking locked up, and they had to cut away to a different thing.
Oh, no. That's hilarious.
Oh, it was terrible. And it wasn't even... No, it was like right in the middle of a... remember how old PS1 games used to like have cutscenes, and then they just start...
Right.
That's what it started doing.
Oh, no.
It's like, oh, I haven't seen that in like 10 years, if not longer. Nice lighting effects.
Getting a little dark. I'm going to take out my ghost.
Your ghost.
Is 343 Guilty Spark. Straight from Halo. They don't make the games anymore, but they can certainly rip themselves off. Kind of puts a
It's not really helping much with the lighting, is it?
kind of puts a pockmark on the whole Halo thing, though. Really, when you think about it, like Bungie fucking says, fuck Halo, we're done with that. Then 343 Industries is created to continue the Halo series. Now Bungie creates their own fucking like game that's going to be way superior to Halo. Dynamic lighting. We'll see if it makes it to the final system. These game trailer videos or gameplay videos are notoriously like... They notoriously show you like shit that the system can't do. And one of them is whenever you see a light source move and all the shadows kind of move around it.
Right.
That never makes it into the final game.
Oh, it powered up the rest of the building. Okay. It's about fucking time. It's about fucking time.
about time you had trouble.
Now
See?
it still has the Halo-style shooting where he doesn't go into iron sights. And that bugs me. Bugs me to no end.
I think he's just choosing not to.
I don't know.
Yeah, see?
Okay. But I wonder if it's the left trigger that does it. Like Call of
Now
Duty
it's a
style.
completely new engine, so they're not limited by the old Halo system.
Well, the old Halo system was the right thumbstick was your... Whoa, that thing's just flying.
Oh, trust me, it's going to play like every fucking first-person shooter.
Well, that's good because Halo...
But see, that's the thing. It's not a first-person shooter.
What the hell is it? It looks like a first-person shooter to me.
Keep watching.
Yeah, I got him.
Jesus. Nerd Boy Extreme.
Nice Bungie-esque architecture.
We got more guys down low.
Yep, futuristic warehouses.
But it's just the scale of them. Bungie was always impressive with the scale of their levels.
What the fuck kind of gun does he got?
Yes.
Oh, there's a little
Mass
Mass
Effect
Effect
for
for you.
In more ways than you know.
Look what crawled out of the asshole in the wall.
Stop going wide.
Yeah, you just got to the best part of the video and you went wide. Thanks a lot there, Xbox or PlayStation.
I didn't
Where's he
realize there was a
going?
timer before
A timer where?
to revive him.
Oh. Dude, break out your fucking assault rifle. You're working on this guy with a pistol. That was cool. Revive Guardian.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's not a timer. It's a meter.
We're not going to talk about that. All right, let's grab our loot.
There's loot.
That's right. It's not a first-person shooter.
Then
It's like Borderlands,
uh-oh, here we go.
but it's even more than that.
You can upgrade it.
My favorite because they probably never get there. Oh, yeah? What's up top?
Burn through your enemies with thunderous rounds.
All right, let's see how she looks.
That's a big fucking gun.
That's big and blue and covered with lightning. Plug your ears. Oh, that's good.
It's just a big light machine gun. What's the big deal?
You like the long rifle. What's its name?
That didn't sound gay at all. The environment isn't really kicking in here, is it? I mean, it's there, but
Well, they're inside a building.
yeah.
Yeah, they're walking through water. You got the cool light coming off the fan.
Yeah, but I'm looking for, like, destructible environments has always been a thing for me. It doesn't happen very often, especially in games like this.
I'm Starla.
Hey guys,
Hey, there she is.
It's about time you got here, bitch.
looks like you guys could use a Titan.
Absolutely.
So what are we doing? And can I use this?
That's just a rocket launcher.
The coolest part of the video.
Is watching a big slug bird knock down towers.
Nope. What this becomes.
Hey, guys. That doesn't look friendly. Yes, it's a public event.
There's another fire team. Let's go.
A public event, huh?
That's right.
Where this automatically goes from a one-player game to a...
It's an MMO FPS
Really?
with dynamic events that happen in real time.
Huh. Now, they've been trying to pull this off for quite a while. I remember Star Wars Galaxies was supposed to do this, and they could never pull it off.
Well, this is what Destiny's claiming.
That's kind of neat. I will give them that.
That is what got me. As soon as I saw this, like, oh shit. It's like, I may be buying this now. Maybe. I will be buying this now.
There are a shit ton of people out there, aren't there? Considering, you know, this fucking console ain't out yet. They must
See, the
have-
cool part was you missed the fire team thing.
Right.
It's like when an event comes like this and you get thrown in the middle of it, you can call for your friends for reinforcements from anywhere else in the game. And they can be airdropped into your little. If they want to join your event, they can select it or to join it, and they'll be airdropped in and join the battle.
That's fucking impressive. I'll give them that.
The rest of this is just bullshit.
All right.
But that got me so excited. I was like, oh, if they pull that off, it's going to be sweet.
Yeah, because I remember... come on. Oh, shit, the controller shut off. I remember Star Wars Galaxy. This was, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, some shit like that. They tried to pull that off to where they had these battlefields out in the middle of nowhere that was supposed to be these huge events that would happen, and, you get to jump right into the middle of a huge Empire Rebel battle.
Yeah.
I remember spending like 20 minutes flying out to where this beacon said this fucking thing was, and nothing was going on. Nothing was happening. And it made me sad because I spent so much time driving your little fucking speeder all the way out in the desert to find a little thing on the ground and it be deactivated or some shit.
Now, see, this promises big, and if it can deliver big, it'll be fucking huge. Destiny will officially overtake. It'll be the Call of Duty killer. But that's the other thing. Look for that one video on the Xbox dashboard.
All right.
I'm starting to feel this way too, and I realized it when I went back and tried to play Black Ops 2 recently. I fucking can't stand team deathmatch anymore. I hate Black Ops 2. I hate the limitations of it. I hate the fact that when you pull the trigger, like one button or one bullet will hit, 3 or 4 bullets after won't, and then the fucking 4th or 5th bullet will hit. And it's just such a pain in the fucking ass that I'm just like, I don't want to experience that ever again.
Right.
And I'm tired of the constant, same matches over and over, everything's expected, everything's just common, everything's going to happen the way it's going to happen. It's tired now. It's been too many years now of the same shit. It's a tired concept. It needs to migrate into that. And that's what I think. I mean, just like with Defiance, even though I heard Defiance wasn't really the greatest.
It's not. But it does
game.
have certain stuff like that. They pump new missions in there every week that's supposed to kind of coincide with the episodes on television and
Right.
stuff. There's, they put a lot forth to it. I don't know how well it's doing, but...
Sorry. Now, if Destiny pulls this off as fluidly and as seamlessly as they claim to be, that it's going to be, I just couldn't imagine that not overtaking. Because it's like bridges the gap between Borderlands... what makes Borderlands cool and what makes Call of Duty cool.
Right.
Legitimately playing with other people in an environment to where it feels like you want to play with other people, as opposed to, but with the Borderlands, system of collecting guns, getting new gear and fucking upgrading it and bullshit like that, potentially leveling up your character if that's in the game. Hopefully it is.
It would almost have to be. Or at least leveling up your weapons.
Right. I mean, once they start throwing out fucking, powers like the Mass Effect thing that we saw, they've got to have some sort of character, upgrades or character levels that
at least
play into that.
Combat-wise.
So it would be like all the good things of Borderlands in an open world MMO sort of thing. So it's going to be fresh. It's going to continue. You're going to want to continue playing it. You're not going to want, because the only thing that holds Borderlands back now is when you get a bunch of people who jump into a game together, they all got to jump into one person single player mission, and whatever level they're at, they all have to kind of do the same, the missions that the other person hasn't gotten to yet.
Right.
This, it's like the whole world is your playground, like a GTA game, but with first-person shooters. Borderlands game. I love it.
Yeah, it does look good. I mean, if you can go do your own thing for, just like with MMOs, if you can go do your own thing when you want, and then all of a sudden be like, hey, your buddies are off fighting this huge giant fucking mech thing, oh, well, let's go do that.
And just the idea that the shit just happens, to you.
That's a question, though, is how often are these public events going to happen?
That's a good question.
Because, with Defiance, they have these public events called the Hellbug attacks, and it's a big fucking monster that comes out of the ground. They shoot all these little monsters out. It literally takes 15 minutes to kill the goddamn thing, and you're just standing there unloading on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's actually not that fun because it's really monotonous. You're just standing there dodging and shooting, and it's not really all that exciting.
Well,
but they happen every 15 or 20 minutes. There's a new Hellbug attack. This shit is constantly going on. You don't have to go do it. You can still do what you're doing.
Well,
but
one could hope that there's going to be a variety of different types of
public events. Yeah.
And they're going to be, if they're going to be occur at if they're going to occur just at random out in the open, they've got to have a huge plethora of them. Otherwise, it'll be like a return to old Final Fantasy, like when you're walking along the ground, like doo 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 doo, and then next thing you know, you're in a battle. Like fuck, you get out of the battle and like take 4 steps, doo 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 doo, like shit.
I do remember that.
I mean, they'd have to have a lot of diversity for that shit to happen. So it's either going to happen like at decent intervals, or there's going to be like a bunch of different. And it would be
Hopefully, variety is key.
it'd be
because
extremely cool if it was depended on the location that you're at that time.
that could be cool, yeah. But the
Good.
way they just drop whatever they want in wherever they want to drop them,
Yeah.
it could be the same thing over and over. That's the problem with Defiance.
But then again, that also very well could have been a scripted event in the game as well, because it does knock over stuff in the background before it gets to you. So
That's true, yeah.
that could have very well.
But
just
that
been a
could be
scripted
part
thing.
of the public, like, that's how the opening of this event happens. He knocks some shit down and flies through, drops a guy
But that
off.
means you could physically never go to that position where he was at,
You probably won't be able to go to it so far out.
because
in
if it was
distance.
key to the game and then a public event came in and knocked out something that was key to the game, that would kind of suck.
Yeah, but I mean, that was so far out in the distance. I don't think you'd ever get there in normal gameplay anyway.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But the promise of it is enough to get me interested and really keep me going. Yeah, click on the Metal Gear one.
All right, hopefully this doesn't
This is pretty much.
overload your shit
I don't think it will. I got it to play earlier.
while we're recording.
We're not streaming, so we're fine.
All right.
Sorry.
What the hell are you doing?
My stomach's really upset. I'm sorry. But this is fucking. You got to watch it in the fucking full res because it makes it that much more impressive.
See, I wouldn't be able to watch this at home because my shit doesn't run that smoothly.
You'll have to join up with Miller. Build that private army of yours one more time.
Like you've been doing for 30 years.
Save Miller. He's in Afghanistan.
That does look pretty damn realistic, though.
You're a legend in the eyes of
Except for the horse's tail.
battlefield.
Yeah.
The horse's tail is very chopped.
But this is good confirmation that it's gameplay footage that you're watching and not just a CG or pre-rendered thing.
Afghanistan is a big place.
When you can actually see polygonal shit.
To become
Or
quite familiar
polygonal.
with those binoculars as you
Wow,
plan
the
your next
fucking
move.
So is he really missing a hand like the Phantom Pain thing promised?
Oh, I have no idea.
Did you ever watch the trailer for Phantom Pain?
No.
Okay. It was kind of neat.
Now go.
If it's the same Solid Snake from the other games, he's probably missing a bunch of shit. Well, he's definitely wearing a fucking weird thing on his left hand, so
Yeah, that could be a fake arm, yeah.
he's fucking Mega Man all of a sudden. See, that's fucking badass. MGS goes open world.
Everything's going open world now.
Unfortunately, this could very well turn into Red Dead Redemption 2. See, that's fucking kick ass. That looks sweet.
It was neat how he leaned. But you saw that. He leaned off the side of the horse so nobody would notice. him
Real-time
riding
weather
the horse.
events.
Yeah, that's.
It
neat.
also takes place in actual time.
So it literally takes 24 hours to get through a day?
I believe so. That's what they said.
I don't know about that. I'm sure it's a little quicker than that.
That looks sweet.
I'm sure it's about 2 hours to
It
get through a
said
day
it
or something.
takes place in real time.
Well, that could just mean it runs like Skyrim, where, it'll get dark and light, on its own.
Yeah, if it's got its own clock, then
Yeah.
yeah, but
It doesn't
I would
technically
rather
have to be a 24-day thing. Like,
I would rather it be real time. That way, if you're playing at night, you have to wait till it's night for you to actually be night in the game to infiltrate a base. That'd be badass.
no, because I don't want to have the time that I'm playing the game work into the strategy of the game.
Why not? That'd be cool.
What if I don't have time to play
Because
it
that
at night?
would bring you into the game.
No, fuck that. That's way too much.
Realistic passage of time. That
Okay,
sucks.
yeah. It's so you probably have a wait feature like Skyrim. Like if you want it to be night, you just wait till nighttime. Deeper stealth action. It does look really good. I'll give it that. Does he use the box still?
Oh, the box is always a staple. I don't think he uses
Are they?
this.
They're speeding the footage up. That's why.
Yeah,
It's, okay.
yeah. But it fucking looks sweet as shit.
It does look really awesome.
And you know me, I'm the biggest critic of like, That doesn't look like next gen. Like, this literally looks next gen. This is the first time I've seen a game on next gen console that looks next gen.
Cause it's me. I'm here to get you out.
Gray Fox. Now, Kaz isn't Gray Fox, is he?
I don't remember, dude. It's been way too long since I played a fucking Metal Gear game. And considering the only two I've played was... Damn, baby! Oh, a little douchebag kid. I'm sure he's going to be fun to listen to. Skullface. It's still got that shitty Japanese music in the back. It may be speaking English, but it's Japanese
What, the
music.
fucking... Those who don't exist. This is our fucking 007 fucking for
Kinda,
Japan
yeah.
thing. That's the way Metal Gear's been for a long time for
Well,
the
it's-
Japanese, though. It's
yeah.
like, this is our 007. Yeah, did you ever hear the fucking theme for Snake Eater?
Yeah.
It literally is a fucking Bond fucking movie.
I love that
Bond
game.
movie soundtrack.
That was probably my favorite Metal Gear Solid game.
Really?
Yes. Which I never played Metal Gear Solid 4 because I never had a PS3. Sins of the Father. Vocals by Dumb.
Calls for wet work, and we answer.
Yeah, he's got a mechanical hand.
Robot hand.
So,
No just cause.
This has got to be more of a tale about Big Boss.
punish Snake.
Yep. Which I think is funny because now I think they've got more games about Big Boss than actually about Solid Snake. Now, see?
Yep.
The Phantom Pain, that's the actual
Going
name.
even deeper. Take back everything that we've lost.
They should have called it the Phantom Penis. That way it could tie in with my Phantom Menace joke video, The Phantom Penis.
That's funny.
That starred Chad Payne. So it'd be like some crazy overlapping bullshit.
All right, I've got to watch this real quick just because
What's
I
that?
love Plants vs. Zombies. I didn't know this was on here.
All right.
Hopefully it's short. I'm a big fan of Plants vs. Zombies. I play it all the time when I have nothing better to do. I actually bought it off Xbox Live Arcade. I probably spent more than what it was worth, but
Oh. God. Oh. My stomach is fucking tore. I don't know what's going on with me. Frostbite? I didn't realize this game was so involved.
well, it wasn't before. Before it was just a cheesy little tower defense kind of thing.
I don't think it's that anymore.
And that's awesome. If it can be a cartoony fucking shooter, that would be crazy awesome.
Is this Xbox 360 or is this next gen?
It's got to be next gen, I would think. Garden Warfare.
Okay. I was wondering why it was like. How do they keep
Is
ripping
it-
off Battlefield? What is it?
I don't know. It's definitely pretty crazier than the original, but this could just be all.
Pre-rendered?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, but
It's-
I mean, they could have taken away from the simple tower defense element of it and done something extremely different. There's the big ogre. They're not going to tell me a thing about
No,
it,
they're
are
not.
they?
Except for the fact that Garden Warfare, it's got to be a fucking first-person shooter ripoff.
I hope it is. A cartoony first-person shooter? That would be great.
That's right up your alley.
Yes, it is. I'm sick of games being so serious.
I don't know about you, but Watch Dogs just doesn't impress
no,
me at all.
It's the same as Sleeping Dogs.
And what did you think of Dead Rising 3?
I haven't seen the video on that either.
Well, pull it up.
Here we go, people. Trailer after trailer. Yeah!
Well, this is the E3
That
post
is-
E3 episode. We
that's
got to
true.
show off the shit. But I wasn't a fan of this either, because it's like it's not Dead Rising. You'll see.
They make it more open world, like Dead Rising, Grand Theft Auto.
Well, it just looks like it. To me, it looks like it's just a Walking Dead ripoff.
Well, you know, that's where you go big. You get out of the casino, you get out of the mall, and you give them the whole city to run around in. I'll tell you what, if this is what I think it is, a Grand Theft Auto open world sandbox zombie game, this is what a lot of people have been waiting for.
There is a bit of controversy in this trailer. You'll see in a second.
Yeah, you got the crazy weapons that Dead Rising needs to have. You got some guns. You are outside. Some of this has got to be gameplay. That over-the-shoulder stuff, it's got to be gameplay.
No, I haven't seen anything gameplay yet. Here comes controversy.
Welcome to the after party.
Or maybe they're not going to show it. Nope, they're not.
No, what are you
That's,
talking about then?
There's a certain trailer floating around of this game where it shows him pull up a smartphone, push a few buttons, and then an airstrike comes in and fucking takes out a bunch of zombies.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like, that kind of goes totally against Dead Rising.
Well,
Calling an airstrike?
yeah,
that's just-
considering it's a zombie apocalypse, cell phones shouldn't even work anymore, so much less the Air Force.
Now, the only way the airstrike concept would work is if you actually found the cell phone, found a tower, reprogrammed it, found the artillery battery,
Now
loaded
you're
it with
just going
guns.
too far.
But that plays into the Dead Rising thing. You can't just have something that fucking like was there before. I mean, you have to create it. Zoo Tycoon. I watched this Below video, and it's still the short one that they showed on there. So it's like it's so hard to make out what the hell
Yeah,
the
don't worry
game
about
is.
it then.
But I do love the way it just this little things that it shows. It's got me excited. So that game again, but that's an indie title, so it's going to be multi-platform too.
Oh, there's something I want to talk about. Xbox 360 is doing a little PS3 action and pumping out some free games, which I thought was kind of neat. I've played one of them today. It was called Harm's Way, an oddball little racer, kind of like a racer / tower defense kind
The
of thing.
Harm's Way was always a free game.
That's what I'm saying. I played one of them.
Oh.
I didn't. The hell did you think I was saying?
No, but you said that's something new. The Harm's Way was always
Yeah,
free.
it just came up it hasn't been out for that long though, has it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, because it's one of the Doritos games.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Well, anyway, there's more of them.
Fable
popping up.
3 is free now.
Yeah, the Fable 3 is going to be free. They got another one called
Fable.
World of Tanks.
That's not free though, is it? Oh yeah, it is.
World of Tanks is going to be free.
Is it out yet?
I don't think so.
World of Tanks.
World of Tanks.
This is a video. Yeah, this is just the dumbass.
It's just another way to get people to pay for the subscription, stay online, give them free shit, and they'll never leave. You know, that kind of thing. But
But they did say this was free to play.
yeah, custom built for Xbox 360,
Which means you'll only be playing Xbox 360
yeah,
players.
they're just trying
Which
to.
is what all that means.
That's fine. I don't understand what your problem is. What's your
Your problem. You're the one who says you wished it was integrated with PC players and
Oh,
PS4
no,
players.
Only that one MMO is what I'm talking about. Not everything has to
But
be
they're
integrated together.
all the same. I mean, you can't integrate
understand
one
that.
system to the other.
I understand that, but it still is silly.
I just don't understand why people would be interested in this.
Tanks are fun. What are you talking about?
I'm,
As long as they control decently.
I hate it. Like, just like World at War, I hated the fucking tanks. In World
Yeah,
at
and
War.
Battlefield's tanks were never really that great either. But if they make it right, and it's a free game, so who gives a shit if?
But it's also more deathmatch shit.
Well, yeah. What else did you think there was going to be with a tank game?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
does
haven't,
look
haven't
like
we
you-
moved beyond team deathmatch?
No, they haven't really.
I have.
They're just finding free ways to do it. Because
Elder
this is probably
Scrolls.
going to have like 4 maps, 4, maybe 3 different kinds of tanks. I'm seeing a lot of the same tanks here.
And they're all World War II tanks.
World of Tanks. Xbox 360 edition.
World War II tanks.
Why would they say
World
it's
of
the-
World War II tanks?
I wonder, huh? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's an idea. And, they're just coming up with extra stuff to use. What else was one I was trying to think about? Fuck. I
I
can't
don't
remember.
know. But
Oh,
this
there
fucking
was-
hold on.
What happened? Oh.
I'm going to put new batteries in the controller.
There has been a couple other arcade games that I wanted to talk about. There's 2 big ones that come up just like, well, one of them's not that big, but the other one was supposed to be pretty big. One was Castle Storm. It was a fun little tower defense thing. I actually bought that one.
Which reminds me. See
What?
this? The new Xbox is doing away with that.
What, batteries?
Yep.
How do they power the controller?
Same way the PS4.
With the ports?
Internal lithium ion.
Oh.
Which is going to suck. Because if you've ever had a PS4, you know that fucking controller goes dead like super fast. Then you got to fucking plug in a damn cable to the system, let it charge for a long time, pull it out, like get 8 hours worth of play in. Like then you're plugging it back in. This you can just pop batteries in and out.
I do like the
to your
batteries
fucking. So that's the only thing I do like about the Xbox controller. Well, not the only thing, but I love the freedom of just popping in batteries. Sure, it costs more, but fuck it.
Right. Anyway, Castle Storm is a good game if you want to check it out. But the real reason I'm bringing this up is there was another one.
I do want that.
What?
Lego Marvel superheroes.
It does look kind of neat. But anyway, what the fuck's the name? Oh, State of Decay. It's a new zombie game for Xbox Live Arcade.
Right.
It's horribly fucking expensive. It's like right at the top, $20. And it's supposed to be kind of a play off of the DayZ Arma 2 thing that's on fucking Steam.
Yeah.
And it looks exactly like, well, I've never actually played the one on Steam, but I've seen video of it. It looks exactly like it, and it's not really all that fun. I played the demo. It has this weird kind of demo situation where, like, you play around in this camp for as long as you want, but then once you get out of the camp, there is a half-hour timer on this demo. And so you get to see a little bit more of the world. You get a car, you get to drive around, all this stuff. But it's a very slow... It's a very dark game. There is daylight to it, but it seemed like it stayed night for an extremely long fucking time. All it is searching for stuff and fighting off a couple zombies. There's zombie hordes that pop up everywhere every once in a while, but it's not that interesting, and I'm not sure why people are going all fucking crazy about it.
But is it supposed to be like DayZ?
Yes, it's supposed to be exactly like DayZ. Xbox brought it up just so it would be...
But see, the concept of DayZ was that what people initially liked about DayZ was that outside of the zombies, the only other interactions you had with humans were other players. And all the players are out for themselves. So you kind of have to...
That's where this leaves off because this is a single-player game. There is no multiplayer for this game.
Then it's not DayZ.
once was a shining city on 7 hills. A place of beauty and freedom. Then, freedom became corruption. Decadence. And degradation. But the gods know what once was can't be again. If a son of Rome were to rise.
Attention, lads! The brave man tastes death once. Cowards, 1,000 times over. Now we have already spilled barbarian blood. And we know they bleed as we do. Ready! On me! Move! Advance! A beast being destroyed! We must take out that tower! You men, form up on me now! Incoming! Shields! Hold! Arrows! Shields! Hold! Pillows! Arrows, man! Arrows! Arrows, man! We are gonna take out that tower, then. Let's move!
The men are ready, sir. We advance at your command.
There's a catapult at the top. You can take out the tower from here. Yes, sir. Capture the catapult. Aim it on the tower. Signal when you're ready. We'll hold the bastards back.
There needs to be just a little bit of crazy when dreaming up a new concept. I'm Sam Lake, creative director at Remedy. In Quantum Break, time is breaking down. This is just one insane, memorable moment that our heroes in the game
60 seconds, Jack.
will have to survive and navigate through fighting their enemies. We are taking things that are familiar from other mediums, from movies and books, but have never been experienced in interactive form. We are transporting the audience and the players into this world. They can be an active part of it. They can actively make choices and affect the outcome of this roller coaster ride. In the game, your choices define your director's cut of the show. That's what Quantum Break is about.
It's uncharted territory. Nobody's done this before. It's really being enabled by the next generation Xbox.
I'm not gonna hurt you, but I can't let you go!
Zero state.
I think the first thing people will notice is the facial animation.
We have digital doubles of the actors, which means that basically every nuance of an actor's performance is captured on screen.
We can build more complex facial and body rigs, more complex in-game animation systems.
You're the only one who can fix this. I know the guy who murdered Will is using you.
The thing that excites me most about the next-gen Xbox is bringing characters to life, making them more than just cardboard cutouts.
Paul said people would try to steal our research.
It's probably the most important thing to nail down in a story-driven experience.
We're able to deliver these awesome set pieces of action. We have beautiful destruction, if you will, where you can see kind of the intricate detail of little specks of dust, but the scale is massive.
We have physical simulation software that we use in order to actually really destroy these spaces. And we can run with that time, and then we can stutter and jump between different times during that destruction.
A modern blockbuster movie and show you a huge scene of destruction with all its glorious details. Now, in Quantum Break, we can do better. We can transport you into a moment like that.
We get to shoot stuff, smash stuff up. We get to blow stuff up. We get to ride in tanks.
I know gamers are going to love Quantum Break. It delivers on the action and the set pieces that gamers love and have come to appreciate.
With Quantum Break, it almost feels like a dream come true. It feels like we're in a sweet spot as a creative force.
It's a thrilling, tightly paced, high-octane action spectacle.
In the past, great storytellers would sit by a fire and people would come and listen to them deliver a story. And they would be enthralled and engaged in that. For us, I think we're storytellers at heart. And the next generation Xbox is our fire. And that's how we share our story.
A new dawn is upon us. Never have our choices weighed more heavily. To stand alone, or to fight side by side. Against the encroaching forces of oblivion.
With the Elder Scrolls Online, we're bringing two different groups of players together. We got the Elder Scrolls crowd, which is used to great games like Skyrim and Oblivion and Morrowind and the older games. And then we have the MMO crowd, which is used to all the great MMOs from the last 15 years. We're bringing them all together into one great game, and we're really excited to tell you about it.
Elder Scrolls Online, everything you need to know about it is right in the name. It's Elder Scrolls, but it's online. And when the team set out, they wanted to create strategic real-time combat. We wanted to create a lot of world immersion. We wanted to create a landscape that was rewarded exploration. But all of that had to be brought together with really great social systems.
So Elder Scrolls Online, it's set 1,000 years before Skyrim. And not only is it 1,000 years before Skyrim, but it draws on all the legends and everything that you've read about in the books that you find in Elder Scrolls games. So we've got 20 years of lore to draw upon.
We made sure that Morrowind, Cyrodiil, and Skyrim feel like they do in Elder Scrolls 3, 4, and 5. The art style is right in line with those titles. Now you can explore all of Tamriel. You can return to places that you've seen before, and you can explore new places that you've never been.
This is an Elder Scrolls combat system. Moving your mouse will make you look around and aim your weapon. You can tap your left click to attack, hold it to power, hold your right click to block, and of course sprinting, crouching, and sneaking around play a role.
All of our characters are designed so that hundreds of them can be on screen at one time. You're going to have lots of customization options to make your character look unique. You'll find Dwarven armors, Daedric armors, Elven armors, basically all the types of armor styles and customization options that you expect from an Elder Scrolls game and Elder Scrolls lore.
By far the worst experience of any online game is at its launch when you're trying to find your friends. You can't find people, you create a character on one shard and then you find out everyone else is on another shard and you have to move. That experience is not good. So we are not going to have shards. We have a technology we call Mega Server where all players are on one server. So all your friends are right there, you just create a character, you click play and you go. The game is smart about where to put you. It puts you in game spaces with your friends, with your guildmates. It's a way to be connected with everyone, and the game figures out where to put you.
So with Elder Scrolls Online, one of the big things is that you'll be able to get together with your friends and overcome obstacles. So things like public dungeons, heroic dungeons, but most importantly, when you participate with your friends or even just with strangers, you're not competing for resources. You're all working together to overcome something, and you get equal credit for that.
As a player, you're able to start off by picking one of 9 races. You'll be able to pick a class, so that's just the start though. From there, all of the choices you make with quests, all of the choices you make in which abilities you choose, which weapons you use, which armor you use, really help make your character stand out in the world.
The basis for the customization system in Elder Scrolls Online is that you can use whatever weapon or armor type you actually want to use. You can play as a heavy armor character who's a tank with a bow, or you can play as a mage who uses a two-handed weapon, or you can play as a sneaky guy who runs around healing people. The combination that you selected out of what armor type you use, what weapon type you use, and what class you use really creates a unique character experience for you.
One of the things you're going to be able to do that's going to make you stand out is you have perks. For instance, perks allow you to become a werewolf or a vampire, or maybe even have special pets. But it's not just about that. There are other things like how you increase your stamina, how you increase your magic, or how you increase your health that really take you from your initial class choice, and it makes you stand out because you're saying, these are the things that are important to me. This is the way I want to play. This is the role I want to take in combat.
Questing in Elder Scrolls Online was built around a pretty simple concept, and that was that we wanted the player to explore. And we wanted, when the player explored, for them to be able to see something around a corner and say, oh, well, I was on this quest, but now I see something over there that's really interesting. And so they had this decision point of, you know, which thing do I do next? And that's really where we want the player to go. It's not what do I do next, it's which one of these things do I do next.
The way a player finds quests in our game is really through exploration. As they wander around the world, we have an on-screen compass, and that really points out the areas of opportunity or points of interest to the player. When the player finds a point of interest in the world, this is really where all of our story content is. And they're an opportunity for the player to make a change in the world. And a really good example of that is there's a werewolf invasion. When the player gets there, they fend off the werewolf invasion, they save the town, and every time you come back to that village, you'll be remembered and thanked by the villagers. The werewolves will be gone just like you would have in Oblivion as the hero match.
Once you hit level 50, that's really where the game opens up. At this point, you're going into Cyrodiil to PvP, or you're deciding you want to go on a heroic raid with your guild and your friends, or maybe you might go into an adventure zone, which is our way of getting you into a zone where you can play solo, you can play with a small group, or you can play with a really large group to overcome obstacles.
PvP in Elder Scrolls Online is focused around taking various structures in Cyrodiil. If you remember Cyrodiil from Oblivion, the space is very large, and that's a perfect setting for having 3 alliances fight each other. During this timeline, Imperial City is up for grabs, and there's no Emperor, so players are going to be fighting using trebuchets, catapults, all kinds of weaponry to take and hold keeps, structures, and resource fixtures around the keep to actually give the opportunity to crown one of themselves as an Emperor.
It's really important to us that, you know, PvP isn't just a veteran game. It's got to be something that people can do from the very beginning, because we want to be comfortable in getting into this. So we make sure that everybody is on equal footing. So even at level 10, you can go into our PvP area and really have a great experience and a good time.
With a game the size of the Elder Scrolls Online, it's really hard in one demo, one presentation, one video to list everything about the game. So what you've heard today are the basics. Over time, we're going to go into more depth in everything you've heard about today, and then all the other systems which we haven't talked about yet. All these elements are going to come together and make Elder Scrolls Online the next great online RPG.